Hi there, and welcome back to another BobBlast. Hi, I'm Bob Burridge, and this one is part of a three-part series of contrast studies. When I say contrast, you know, black and white, big, little, colorful colors like warm or cool colors, all about contrast. Alrighty? You know, there's a basic truth in painting is that warm colors, as you can see right here, come forward. They appear closer. And the cooler colors, the blues and the greens and the purples, appear further away. So this was a basic truth in painting. Even way back when I did some of my earlier pieces, I knew that. And you can see that the warm tones all here in the front, the reds, the oranges, and the yellows come forward. And of course, out the window will be the blues and the greens and also the purples. See how it goes further away. Even this type of somewhat realistic painting. Okay, this is a painting I did in memory of my dad. I wanted to smell his cigar, so I painted it. So even way back then, that kind of an impressionistic technique, I would still be very aware of warm colors coming forward, cool colors receding. Now the good thing about painting is that you put a little bit of the warm tones in the distance and some of the cool tones in the foreground. That kind of helps to hold the whole painting together. And that's called painting. And I learned this during the French Impressionist studies. But this contrast is going to be about warm tones and cool tones. So let me do a quick demo. And so I promised you a demo. We've just talked about the warm coming forward, the cools receding. I'm going to do a quick sketch, and it's just going to be a sketch of how I start the painting. I'm not going to have an opportunity to do the entire painting and get involved like this one right here. So I've done a small sketch here of a table with some little cups on it coming close and a big window, so it will really emphasize the whole point of this color contrast, right? And warm and cool. I have my color wheel, and if you've noticed that my color wheel, half of it are warm and the other half are cool. It made it easy for me and I think for everybody else too. So I've put here on the table some of my cool colors. There they are, the blues and the purples and the greens, and here are my close-up colors. There will be the yellows, the oranges, and the hot pinks and the reds. Pretty simple. All right, so here we go. I'm going to use a long brush, one of my long crazy brushes. Look at that brush, isn't that great? So I've taken a regular brush and extended it with twigs. So that way I get to draw at arm's length and I can stand back. I can stand back and see the whole painting. So I'm going to start off with my sketch close by. This would be a big window. Oh, lots of water on my brush. I'm going to do this too, just so you can see about how I can find the sweet spot, or the golden spot in this painting. This will be the window. So right in here, see, right in there, that's going to be an important focal point. Now I'm going to bring in a table, a table like this. I'm going to exaggerate the shape of the table too. Look at that. Whoa. I'm drawing it this way. Right? And let's just put a little bit of like a cup. You see, I'm about 2 to 3 feet away from this, and I can see the whole thing quicker as opposed to sitting down and drawing it with a pencil. I like these little spots. I'm double checking the strengths, the layout, composition. So that's kind of almost in the middle. So I'm going to get the eye off the center. I'm going to put another cup over there just to distract. There we go. Now you don't notice it so much. These are just shapes, like cups or bowls, or even flowers, that kind of thing. Here we go. Lightly. There we go. Look at that loose wash, isn't that great? Ah, some land out here. Whoa. Has some yellow in there. Oh, that really takes me outside, doesn't it? And some purple in here. There we go. So that's the window area. So now down in here will be, let's move it over here. Yeah. I'm going to completely change this because I can. It's one of the nice things about sketching. Yeah. I thought I wanted to have it here. I have now changed my mind. So if light's coming across here, that means you're going to have a shadow like that going away. That really emphasizes where the light's coming from. And to really emphasize, we're going to have this side to be dark. See the wonderful freedom I have? Of course, this is all about loosening up. One way to loosen up is to stand back. You can and paint all over the place. Don't stay in one area too long. There we go. And I'll just give it a light wash here. There we go. Whoa, look at that. And I can use my larger brush too, just to speed things up. A lot more water. Wow. Whew. Always start loose. I always believe under every great painting is a great abstract painting. All right. I'm going to push this background here even further. Keep it all different kinds of blues and greens. Keep it light. Really loose. I always like when I like it when I hear someone say, "Well, I'll paint it realistic and I'll loosen up later." No, you won't. So I love to loosen up at the very beginning. Here's the shadow. Contrast in the shadow. Again, I do my watercolors this loose also when I start. This is an acrylic paint right now. And making sure all this stays up front. I'm really emphasizing this. And I'll be painting over this some other time. But always starting off loose like this. So that's a good example of where you see the hot, warm tone colors come forward and the cool tones receding. A very loose beginning, and what a great way to start a painting, always loose. So I hope you enjoy this contrast of colors, and the next two BobBlasts will feature black and white contrast, and also then the next one will be big and little. Talk about contrast. Hey, thanks for watching. This was fun, and get started and stay in your studio. Paint on. See you later. Hi, it's Bob again, here to remind you about Petting Zoo, that virtual juried show with $1,600 worth of prizes. And you still have some time, not that much, but you still have some time. July 31st is the deadline for you to register and then submit those up to 3 images. I cannot wait. All animals are welcomed, okay? So be creative. July 31st, the deadline. Paint more. I can't wait to see them. And remember, pet your donkey.